When Caliban first steps onto the screen in Logan, it's impossible to tell who's under that killer costume. But after he took off his bandana and goggles, a little bell of recognition probably went off in your head. There's something familiar about the photosensitive mutant tracker. Caliban is played by British writer, comedian, and actor Stephen Merchant, but he's had quite a career long before he landed the choice role of Charles Xavier's caretaker. So where on earth have we seen this guy before? Merchant began his career doing stand-up and sketch comedy before meeting Ricky Gervais in 1997, when Gervais gave him a job at London's XFM radio station. The duo hosted a cult weekend radio show for several years, introducing the world to their future podcast co-host, Carl Pilkington.
You've got to realise...
Sorry, I've got to stop you, mate, because the little earpiece has come off in his ear.
And later teamed up as co-creators of one of the most critically acclaimed comedies of all time, The Office. In addition to creating the comedy classic, Merchant also had a small appearance in Series 2, showing up as one of Gareth's friends, nicknamed the Og Monster.
Don't have a go at the eyes, because that is a stigmatism that I've had from the age of 5, so that's what makes them a bit bulbous.
Merchant and Gervais both served as executive producers on the American version of the show and wrote the episode The Convict, which means Merchant helped give the world Prison Mike.
What was the food like in prison?
Gruel. Sandwiches. Gruel omelets. Nothing but gruel.
And for that, the world is eternally grateful. In 2005, Merchant and Gervais followed up The Office with another acclaimed cringe comedy, Extras. The series follows Gervais as a desperate background actor trying to break into the spotlight. Merchant plays his incompetent agent.
It took me 2 days to realise they're 8 hours ahead.
They're behind.
Are they?
Yes.
That explains quite a lot.
Merchant's performance scored him a Best Actor prize at the British Comedy Awards. That same year, Merchant and Gervais launched the popular Ricky Gervais Show podcast, which was later reimagined as a cartoon for HBO.
Well, even Caveman had little pants on. Why haven't they...
Whoa!
Slow down.
Rewind. In 2011, the two reunited for Life's Too Short, a series based around the fictionalized life of Warwick Davis, the actor who played Wicket the Ewok in Return of the Jedi. And in 2010, Merchant and Gervais produced and appeared in An Idiot Abroad, a documentary series featuring Carl Pilkington being sent to exotic locations, often against his will. In 2007, Merchant made his big screen debut in Edgar Wright's Hot Fuzz alongside Simon Pegg, and appeared very briefly again that same year with Pegg in Run, Fat Boy, Run. In 2009, Merchant had a quick cameo in the Ricky Gervais-helmed The Invention of Lying, but his profile got much higher the following year when Merchant showed up alongside Dwayne Johnson in Disney's Tooth Fairy, playing The Rock's otherworldly caseworker. Since then, Merchant appeared briefly in Cemetery Junction, which he also wrote and directed with Gervais, played third fiddle to Jason Sudeikis and Owen Wilson in the Farrelly Brothers flop Hall Pass, and shared the screen with Halle Berry in the dreadful Movie 43, among a smattering of other small roles. And of course, if you didn't catch any of those movies, you may have run across Merchant while holding a controller. Video game fans could never forget his role as the sweet then sadistic Wheatley from Portal 2.
I honestly do wish I could take it all back. And not just because I'm stranded in space.
I'm in space.
I know you are, mate.
Merchant finally struck out on his own in 2013 with HBO's Hello Ladies. The short-lived series followed the character of Stuart Pritchard, an Englishman who's moved to Los Angeles in the hopes of becoming a big-time ladies' man. Of course, Stuart isn't as debonair as he thinks. Instead, he's the kind of socially awkward jerk who lies about a handicapped friend being a war vet so he can worm his way inside a swanky club. Merchant filled the show with moments from his actual love life, using his most pitiful dating stories to create some truly awkward scenes.
Wade, yeah, as in Roe versus Wade. That was a famous case about a woman's right to determine.
They know what it is. There's no need to bring up abortion until we need to.
Hello Ladies only lasted one season before HBO pulled the plug, although Merchant was able to give viewers closure with a story-ending movie. Merchant has appeared on Comedy Central's Drunk History 3 times, always playing an American president. He's donned a top hat twice to play Abraham Lincoln, as well as sporting a wig for the part of George Washington.
The guy doesn't even speak English, so he says blah, 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 blah.
It only makes sense that Merchant has played 2 of America's taller presidents, but even though Washington stood at 6'2" and Lincoln measured up at 6'4", the 6'7" Englishman still has him beat. In 2015, Merchant helped create the show Lip Sync Battle. It all started in 2013 when Merchant was talking with The Office's John Krasinski about what Krasinski should do for his upcoming appearance on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, and they decided on a lip-syncing contest. Fallon reused the skit multiple times, with Merchant once coming aboard to face off against Fallon and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Soon, the concept made its way over to Spike, where it became Lip Sync Battle. The lanky Merchant even once donned a crop top and a pair of chaps for his take on Christina Aguilera's Dirty. If you still don't recognize Merchant, maybe his appearance on the most popular sitcom in America will jog your memory. In 2015, he appeared as math teacher Dave Gibbs on the CBS smash Big Bang Theory, dating Amy following her breakup with Sheldon. Dave turns out to be a Sheldon superfan, asking fanboy questions about his favorite theoretical physicist rather than actually having a real conversation with his date. But all's well that ends well, since Dave helps Sheldon and Amy get back together, encouraging the socially awkward scientist to patch things up.
Kiss her, you brilliant fool!
Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.